Item 6, looks like we have some today. Recognition of visitors. I have 4 on the list. If there are more than 4, they'll need to put their name on the list and their address. So who would like to speak first? I have Candy Massaroni.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome.
How are you all?
Good.
I'm not going to come armed with internet knowledge like the standard likes to say, loud parent with internet knowledge. But I am going to ask about the American Rescue Plan. Congratulations for receiving your part of the $611 million that Kentucky got awarded for federal funds. I've been a federal employee for over 20 years, so I kind of was interested on the regulations that go into, I know federal government puts tons of regulations on it. So I did a little bit of research, and on the regulations that was published on 22 April, on page 76, has the requirements, which I thought were really interesting. Vaccination sites in the schools was one of them, which I know we already have. Contact tracing, which already, we have, and mask. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but those 3 items were the items that were required to get the funds, right? Correct?
I'm actually not sure that the mask was a requirement.
It was in the federal regulations.
Yeah, I'm not aware.
And also the Kentucky Board of Education sent out 10 documents that were redacted from public view, which also have additional requirements.
Okay.
So today we are actually going to file a Freedom Information Act request for all emails and correspondence for the American Rescue Funds or anything that we can actually find out, since it's not published anywhere, if our kids are being sold. If it's not about safety, and if it's not, we can present all the facts. So if the reason why our kids is having to wear a mask is because of these funds, we would like an honest answer. Tell us yes or no. Because right now, two students and 2 employees have COVID, way under the threshold.
With your permission, I can tell you, I wasn't even aware that was a requirement.
It's actually in the
So no, that is not,
regulations.
that
Okay.
has nothing to do with the current mandate in place.
Okay, so by you taking those funds, that's not part of the requirement, because that's the actual requirement in the funds, the documents from the federal government.
I wasn't aware.
So, yeah,
Aware.
we just want some more information. So we are submitting a federal Information Act for all you guys, for all correspondence from the Kentucky School Board, to find out, how long our kids are going to be in these masks. And is the vaccinations going to be next? Is that part of the requirements that were redacted from public view? Or are teachers going to start getting fired if they don't start getting
There's
vaccinated?
been no requirements like
Okay.
that I've been made aware of.
Okay, so yeah, we just want to know. We just want transparency. And so, if I'm wrong, you can tell me, but that's actually in the federal documents. Like I said, I've done this for over 20 years, and I know the federal government puts a lot of things in there. So, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Kim Wright. That's right. I didn't ask Ms. Massaroni to do it, but could you state your address, please?
2032 Clear Creek Drive.
Thank you.
Apparently, our local press thinks any disagreement over school board policies is misinformation from loud parents. Ironically, they don't think parents should research issues online, even though they themselves post news and opinions on Facebook. Okay, let me read something that was written 200 years before the internet. Congress shall make no law restricting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for redress of grievances. U.S. Bill of Rights, First Amendment. So we the parents come here today peaceably assembled to petition our local school board, but apparently our local press prefers we sit down and shut up. They agree with Education Secretary Cardona that parents shouldn't really be the primary stakeholders in their children's schooling. They agree with the National School Board Association that local school board meetings need federal intervention. Do Bardstown School Board members believe this? Do you believe the Patriot Act should be used against parents demanding answers and accountability? Does this board agree with Secretary Cardona? Do you belong to the NSBA? Do taxpayer funds pay dues to the NSBA? As of October 17th, 18 state school board associations have written public letters denying their agreement with the NSBA request to the Attorney General. The Kentucky State School Board is one of these 18 states. The letter signed by Executive Director Carrie Schilling concludes, KSBA's leadership is currently evaluating the benefits of continued membership in the NSBA. We will continue to closely monitor the situation, watching for much needed corrective action from NSBA's leadership and a renewed commitment to transparency. We the parents expect each of you to do the same. If you don't believe parents are the primary stakeholders in their children's education, you don't belong on this board. Thank you.
Person number 3 is Miss Judith Adams. Ms. Adams, could you state your address, please?
Sure. It's 82 Bluegrass Drive, or Bluegrass Court.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for allowing me to be here, and I'm coming mostly as a grandparent and a great-grandparent, so I'm speaking from my heart. I have 6 great-grandchildren and 9 grandchildren that have been in the education system, and the education system, from my point of view, has changed dramatically from the time when I was in school. And I'm not real happy with a lot of things that I see. I don't like it when I have a kindergartner tell me that boys are bad. You know, it's like, where are you getting that information? I have a granddaughter that has determined that she is a native, what's the correct woke terminology? And she's one of the indigenous people, and white people are bad. So she is learning this in our schools. The critical race theory upsets me tremendously, and I understand that it is being infiltrated into our school system. And to me, it's a dividing teaching that white people were the oppressors and the bad people. I have my grandchildren tell me that I know that I'm bad. Well, you know, my granddaughter is not bad for something somebody did 150 years ago. You know, we do not have a perfect history. We have done bad things. But as an American and as the people that I believe that we are, we're always looking to improve and challenge and do a better job. And being in divisive teaching is not what is going to pull us together. It's our similarities. You know, you put a bunch of little kids into a room, they don't go, oh, you're white and you're black and you're yellow and you've got a green shirt on, your eyes are purple. You know, they don't divide. They play with each other. My daughter told me that she was working with some handicapped kids, and she said the other kids on the playground, they never noticed they were handicapped. They just helped them to do whatever they needed to do because they weren't taught they were different or handicapped. You know, they included them because that's what we do when we're not taught that we're all different and some of us are bad because somebody did something 150 years ago that now we're supposed to pay a price for. So we have given you guys some information. I know my daughter was here with the vaccine information that we have gotten, that we have gotten information that the masks are bad for our children. The vaccines, there's a lot of information out there that says that the vaccines are bad for our children. You know, we get called a conspiracy theorist. Well, you're not getting it on the news. It's not being published. You can't, unless you go into a back channel and look for information from somewhere else, because anything else is being shut down. So where do you get your facts? Where do you find the doctors and the reports and the statistics and the information that is out there that says this is not good for our children? You know, when we have a monument that is in Georgia that says, this is the globalist agenda. We want to decrease the population to 500 million people. Well, is the vaccine part of that plan? Call me a conspiracy theorist. It's written in how many languages? 8 different languages that says this is what we want to do. That's not what I want to do. I'm not a part of that plan. So thank you.
Next item is, our next person is Mr. Charles Williams.
I didn't realize I was signing up to speak, and I think Judith just said it all.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Well, once again, sometimes less is more, especially from sitting in this seat as far as comments, but I just want to let you know how much we appreciate you guys taking part in the meeting and coming forth and you know, giving us your views, because that's important to us. It really, really is, and we want to encourage that. So thank you.
Thank you.